Hey everybody, Dr. Greco here. Welcome to Ministry in a Minute. So we've been moving through the book of Isaiah this week and we're almost done. And what we want to finish with is Isaiah worked through the end of his book. He was talking about the overall goal. What is the overall goal of leading or living for Christ? Well, it would seem that salvations are the goal, and they are, kind of. Okay? At the end of the book of Isaiah, towards the end, there's 66 chapters, but at the end of this section where he's talking about how we redeem and renew society, he's reminding them that simply showing up to church isn't enough. He's chastising them for misappropriating their holy days. And he says, is this not the fasting I have chosen to loose the chains of injustice? And what he's getting at there is they're fasting, but they're not changing their lives. Who they are and how they live isn't changing. And yes, our goal as leaders should be to get people saved, but a true disciple, okay, it says go and make disciples. A true disciple is someone who is then living differently, who then has a changed life. And how do you measure a changed life? Well, according to what Isaiah said at the end of this section, at the end of his book, where he's commenting on how we live for Christ, how we live for God, a changed life is one that makes a difference in the lives of others around them. You know, justice gets a bad name in the Bible because some people who aren't Christians have taken justice and made it their gospel. But that doesn't mean we as Christians should throw out the idea that justice is important to God. God wants everyone to hear the message. God wants everyone to be taken care of. God's goal is that we, as changed people, would now be loving others well. And so we need to make sure as leaders that our goal is not just salvations, but lives that are being lived as new creations in a way that changes the world around us. If we're doing that, we'll really be making a difference in the world. That's God's goal, that we would be people who make other people's lives better by leading them to Christ and eternity, but also by helping this world be a better place. We'll see you next week for more Ministry in a Minute.